I decided that today would be a great day for me to the park and south. And while I was here walking, I'm getting to see something that is so cute. There's a photographer here, and he is taking pictures of this older couple. And it's so cute because it dawned on me that throughout the years, I've never actually experienced something like that where someone legitimately wanted to capture moments like that with me. And it actually made me think of a few things. My Facebook, my YouTube, and how much of a high percentile of it is, if you do see anyone else in it, it tends to be me. And honestly, sometimes it would feel nice if somebody wanted to do stuff like that with me too. Not to get all emotional here, but I have thoughts like that sometimes. What it would be like if someone just wanted to just have moments that they capture with me. Not for everybody else, but just because they wanted to have a memory with me. And here it is that I find myself looking back through my vlogs, looking back through my Facebook posts, my pictures, my albums, and there's one thing that's constant there. It's interesting looking back at things that I've actually done myself, recorded myself, pictures I've taken of myself, pictures I've taken of other people, and remembering and capturing the moments of how I felt and what I was thinking when I took these pictures, or when I spent my time with these people, or the thought process of what I'd like to do in the future. And it gives me a lot of hope that there really is more to life than just waking up in the morning, paying. I decided to go ahead and just take this walk. It's an ongoing thing. It'll happen to me that I'll occasionally have nightmares. And I've been working on trying to make it so that that's not a constant thing with me. But occasionally it does happen. But this morning I woke up from a dream that it touched me and it moved me and it inspired me to act. I just was trying to work through some issues that I'm having. One of the things that I find very interesting in life is how fleeting moments can be. And there are parts of it that I don't even fully remember. But the things that I do remember, the things that I choose to remember with my parents, they move me and they touch me and they inspire me to keep going. I miss them very much than one of my parents. And I think I never left my home city. So there's always a memory somewhere of my parents that I walk through and relive. And honestly, it's a blessing and it's a curse at the same time, because I find myself longing for, missing that sensation, that feeling of what it was like when I was younger and I felt at peace and safe in my family. And family means so much to me that I find myself actually coming to terms with some of the choices that I made in the past, out of concern for making sure that my daughter was safe, out of concern for making sure that I tried to keep my family together with my brother, me, my stepfather, all these things that I went through. I find the one thing that was constant, was the thing that meant the most to me, was the love of my family. And so often I find myself saddened because I have so many people who still live in Baltimore that is considered to be part of my family that I don't ever see. And talking to other people, I find that this is an ongoing thing with a bunch of other families too. Divisions in the family, separations in the family, people have falling outs, they don't talk no more, a list of things. In my case, I had a straight awakening moment, the moment that I lost both of my parents, know what my priorities are in life. And this isn't something that I'm saying because I'm having an awkward moment. I'm saying this because this is a part of who I am. And very often I get a random direct message from someone, and it's happened enough times that I would actually like to go ahead and address it. Who I am as a person, me individually, the thing that matters the most to me is my family. And being able to love people and being able to receive love in return. Not all this drama, not all this fussing and fighting that happens. I really don't want to live a life that has a lot of strife in that regard. When it comes to arguments, fussing, fighting, all this other nonsense, I really don't want nothing to do with it. And it actually drains me emotionally. Basic needs is something that is very draining, and it causes me to really feel as though I'm not fully living a life that I should be living. And it's a reminder every time I do come out here into nature to ground myself about what really does matter. It's not about having the best car. It's not about having the best house. It's not about keeping up with the Joneses. It's not, none of that stuff that's not what my life is about to me. And I'm sorry if that makes it so that I'm not that relatable when it comes to me trying to be, I guess, socially awkward and having conversations with people who that's all that they care about, the next video game, the next greatest book that comes out, whatever. The thing that matters to me the most, which I'm really getting in the position now that I'm going to have to actually start changing things and doing things about this. The thing that matters to me the most is my relationships with the people who matter to me. And one of the most painful things I've had to experience is living in the same city as my family members and not seeing them and feeling as if I'm alone and that I don't have a family. That is one of the most painful things that I've experienced throughout all the other things that are obvious that I've talked about on my channel. It's hurtful to feel alone when you know you have family out there. It's painful to be going through something that is horrible, or you know you're going through something that's really bad and you feel alone, and you know that there's somebody out there who's supposed to be your blood, but they're nowhere to be found, or if they are somewhere to be found, they only say, oh, what's going on, and then they don't speak to you anymore. That is hurtful. So I can understand and I can see why so many people stop talking to their family. They don't exist anymore. They just say that they by themselves because it's easier. No matter how much they done hurt me or whatever it is, because of that one thing with me and me caring about my family, there's a few things that none of them can say about me that I turned my back on them when they needed something. They can't say it. And the reason for this is because of those two people who done passed away and the stuff that they instilled in me and what they showed me family actually is. To me, family is everything. Family is where you feel safe. Home isn't just some building or some thing that you just go to sleep in. Home is where your family and your heart is. And for me, one of the most painful things I've had to experience is constantly living in a situation or keeping on, moving on, and feeling as though life isn't quite where I need it to be for myself, because I feel as though I've lost something very deeply important to me. And it's not that I don't have a family, because I do. And it consists of me, my daughter, my kitty cat, my turtle, my other kitty cat, my significant other, if that's the thing, you know, and all of those other people that, even though they might have hurt me, I still consider to be my family. Which is why if they call me or they text me and I'm in a position to help, chances are I'm the one that's going to be there. Which is why they calling me in the first place. And there's this thing about that I figured I would actually touch on, and I don't know how this became a double-edged sword for me, but it has. One thing I've been known for being is reliable. And I'm starting to feel like that's a double-edged sword, because I've noticed that sometimes people, they might can't stand my guts. They might not want nothing to do with me. They think all these messed up things about me. But because of the fact that I'm quote-unquote reliable, or I can be held accountable, or I'll actually do certain things, I'm the one that they'll call for stuff. So sometimes I feel like, is this all there is? When I do know what family's supposed to be, is this all there is? Lord knows I would give anything to be able to have a sit down with my family and feel like it felt when I was much littler, and all we did was go hang out at a park, go to a family reunion, and it wasn't no fights. People was just having a good time. Nobody was trying to alienate nobody else. It was just about family. And I miss that so very much. I miss being able to know that somebody got my back, that they care about me, that I belong somewhere. And that's not to say that I don't have that in certain degrees, but I'm just flat out saying, like, sometimes I feel so sad knowing that things are not like they should be. And I know there's probably going to be somebody saying, oh, what you know what it's supposed to be like, blah, 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 blah. Because I've seen it. I know that it's possible. I know that it's possible to actually live in peace and harmony and actually be prosperous and actually help each other in a family. I know for a fact that that is real and that it exists, because I've seen it. And I find myself feeling sad in some moments, because I remember and I don't forget. It might not have meant much to other people that I've lost children, that I've miscarried, that I wasn't, and I do mourn and I do have feelings. And often I feel like, because of my core values, that sometimes I don't express how I feel to the extent that I should. That's just how it is for me, at least. I might not always be all sunshine and happy giggles and stuff, but rightfully in my own mind, I have reasons why I'm not capable at this point of being 100% happy all the time, because I'm always worried or concerned about things that actually do exist and they actually matter. Sure, I'd probably be all happy-go-lucky if I didn't have to worry about where I'm going to be living at, if I didn't have to worry about where the food's coming from, if there's a list of things, if I wasn't in a situation that I had to always worry about my survival and the survival of my child, or me worrying about my brother's whereabouts, I probably would be a lot happy-go-lucky and smiley and all this, except these things. But at the same time, I'm not going to let it destroy me. And I still do have feelings of happiness and joy, and there are moments that I am overcome with such happiness that I can tell you a lot of my pain, it melts away. But the question that I get asked, and they ask me what it is that I want out of life, And the one thing that I want that matters to me, and being able to love other people without fear. And I don't think that's too much to ask for in life. Anyway, I've talked way too long, and this has probably been one of the longest videos in quite some time. And hopefully it sheds some light. But honestly, sometimes I wish that people would just see things from that end of it instead of always trying to tell me how I should think and feel. Shouldn't feel about things. You're not actually fully listening to me, and it hurts. Unit that is happy, make things better for the future instead of dwelling on all they know is fighting and argument and drama and all of it. Like, love that. I grew up told where people always just for the sake of fighting, not just because that's just how they are, or they get an excitement or rise out of it because they get bored or something. Honestly, I just don't want to be in a situation where I feel as though I'm just struggling to be alive. I'd like to be able to go to school and come home knowing that my family is safe, knowing that I'm able to provide the way that I need to provide so that they don't have to experience some of the things that I've gone through, like the jokes about how you don't know what a struggle meal is and you probably won't relate to me type of a situation, because it's genuinely something that is true. There are people in this world who wouldn't know what it's like that the only thing that they had to eat was ramen, or the only thing that they had to eat was some potted meat, or the only thing that they had to eat was some peanut butter and jelly, or the only thing that they had available was some hard Mars or chillins or something, because it was the cheapest thing. And they look at you as if something is wrong with you, or that you're less intelligent just because you were poor. And I think it's sad. But I've rambled on more than enough. And if you'd like to hear me say more about certain things, or you like to hear more things like this, let me know in the comments. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed and feeling well. That's if it'll turn off. Bye.